Hey guys, this is the number one masochist in the world. Welcome to Lost in Translation, the best podcast quoted by someone named Jesus. Now, today I am your host, Matty Ice, Matty Ramen. You don't even know who the fuck I am anymore. And I'm going to be co-hosting with the one and only, my producer.
Oh, do I say it?
Yeah.
Nick Ramen.
Yeah, Nick Ramen. And how are you doing, Nick? We just had some ramen.
Yeah, we did actually. We came from
Yeah.
having some ramen, and then we also had technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's really pissing me off. So if the audio's a little off today, I'm gonna fucking break my mics.
So if it is off, don't tell us. Don't text Matt about it. He'll probably kill himself.
Nah, text me so I can get mad and smash my microphones.
Yeah.
I don't even, what could possibly be the problem? Right now, the mic, I'm not even kidding for the people listening, it's in my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And it still sounds like I'm whispering from afar.
Swallowing it.
Yeah.
And how do I sound?
You sound fucking perfect.
I don't have
which is what
headphones
pisses
on,
me
so.
off. You sound great.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is the one time you wear headphones, you're getting fucked.
Yeah, unbelievable. Maybe it's the fucking headphones. Who knows? And it was funny. It was like we did a recording before this, and everything sounded fine up until like 10 seconds, like 10 minutes into it, and then it just fucking dropped off. It's fine. There's probably some wiring issues that I have to fucking take care of, but
Yeah, I had a great segue the last time we recorded this, so I'm just going to get right into it. Emergency shits.
yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, emergency shits. Okay, guys.
Define that for people who don't know.
Emergency shits, what it is you literally drop what you're doing, no matter what, because your stomach's been knocking on the door, which is your asshole, a few times, and they're like, hey, man, I need to fucking open these doors for some deflooding.
Mm-hmm.
And one too many knocks, it's the knock of death where it just starts coming out. Like it's like 10, like you have like 40 seconds before you shit yourself, essentially.
It's like, hey, buddy, like, I got to pee out of your butt right now. It's got to happen.
Exactly.
And if you don't have a bathroom around, that's a catastrophic situation.
Yeah. That's
Like,
when you have to make rough
what do you do
decisions.
in that case?
Well, listen, this is, I can't believe I'm saying this, but twice this year I've shit my own pants.
Oh. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, what the first time was, we were at a casino. I was with a casino with my friends Will, Matt, Lenny, Waleed, and all of them.
Yeah.
And we went to gamble. Actually, I don't even know if Matt came, but we went to gamble, and I never gamble, so I was just watching shit. And you know, they won and lost some money, and then we got back to the casino, and they're like, hey, let's get some food. And then there was like a few restrooms. And I was like, I don't trust these restrooms because there's like a bunch of people who just like lost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what
into
they're
them.
doing in there.
Yeah, they're probably like smearing shit all over the fucking walls. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to wait till we get back.
Mm.
But the the thing that you guys don't know is before this, I had pliables, which I'm never having again.
Yeah, that'll do it.
After that day, that fateful day, I've never had pliables. And I also had coffee with like milk.
Oh, no.
So it was like a
The
triple
milk
combo.
too?
Yeah, so I like minding my own business. We're like on our way back home. And I was like in the middle of the ride, I was like, hey, I think Waleed was driving. I was like, hey, Waleed, can we pull over to the next gas station? I have to take a shit. And he's like, all right, dude. And he's like, all right, like we were waiting for like the next gas station. Maybe like a minute later, I was like, yeah, bro, pull over the highway. Like I gotta fucking.
This is an emergency shit.
Yeah. And then they're like, dude, you're kidding, right? I was like, no, pull over right now. Unless you want shit in your car, because this is what's happening.
It's painful.
So, I ran to the side of the highway with like all the fucking woods and trees were. And I quickly pulled my pants down and it came out like a shooting star. There's debris and everything. It was phenomenal.
So this is on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Which road?
I
Was it the Parkway?
Let's just say it was the Parkway.
Oh, so imagine.
No, it was probably 96. What's the one that we go on? 26, 23, Route 23?
23?
Yeah.
So imagine Matt on the side of Route 23, just shitting his brains out.
Yeah, shit.
Nonstop.
Yeah, literally a shooting star.
Liquid.
There are some scientists like studying
Yikes.
The light that came out of
And
my asshole.
Here's my question: Did it get on you?
No. It was perfect shit.
It was perfect shit.
The thing is,
It didn't splatter on the ground. No, nothing on the shoes.
oh, it was dripping a little bit. It was like slowly, but I was like quick enough where I was like,
It was quick. How long?
Split second decision. I wanted to use my sock, but I was like, I can't. So what I did was
Is this for wiping?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah. I had to use my underwear.
No.
Yeah. So I used my underwear, wiped my asshole,
Yeah.
threw the underwear in the thing, and I was like, yeah, we still
You
have
threw
to
the underwear where?
back into like the woods area.
Into
And
the thing. I was like, the car?
No. That'd be disgusting.
That would be
funny,
disgusting.
actually. And then like while all this is happening, my buddies are just Snapchatting this shit.
No.
And I'm like, dude, I get it. This is funny.
Yeah.
But
this is my moment of weakness.
Yeah. It's like, that's who your real friends are. They put it on Snapchat, their Snapchat story for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. And then they deleted it or they kept it on.
No, they deleted it. Because I was like, dude, please stop.
Yeah. I mean, the story I'm about to say isn't as bad. High on film, me and you dancing and put it on a Snapchat story. That was our moment of weakness. That's not nearly as bad as you shitting your brains out on the side of Route 23, but it felt so humiliating.
I mean, I got a little offended because I was like, dude.
It's a little offensive. Don't do that. Come on. This is pretty bad. Like,
it's like, dude, you think like, if I was doing this on purpose, if I was like, hey guys, film me, like this is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of the night.
It's a good memory though.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they at least kept it to themselves.
Yeah, hopefully. Who knows?
To their graves, except we're announcing it on this podcast. But you said there were 2 times.
Yeah, so the second
That was
time.
the first time. Was this the first time it ever happened to you?
The first time? This was the
This is the first time.
This is the first time.
So this next time coming into it, you'd already done it once before.
Yeah.
And you're like, that went well.
Yeah.
Did you make any changes this time?
The second time?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. So the first time, whatever, I shat on the side of the road, and then we got to the thing, and I washed myself with like towels and shit, and everything was fucking good. Good to go.
I'm always worried, what if it happens again in the same? Because like it's usually for me not just a one and done.
Oh, you have to constantly.
It's like, all right, that was that. I got another wave coming in maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Like earthquakes.
Earthquakes, just like the little rumbles in your belly. And the thing is, you already ditched the underwear. You'd have to start losing attire slowly.
There goes my jeans.
Like, there's my socks.
Yeah.
There's my other sock.
Yeah, that's definitely could have been possible. No, but what happened was this. After the first time, I was like, "Fuck it, whatever." It happens once in a lifetime. It happens.
Haha.
And then a few months later, I think.
Fast forward a few months.
It was not even like I think it was like 2 months later.
Was this wait? So what year was this?
This is
like how long ago was this?
2019. Both of them. Actually, no.
This year.
One happened. I want to say one happened before New Year's.
Okay.
What did I even do for fucking New Year's? I don't remember.
Anyway, so it was like late 2018, early 2019. So this is pretty recent because right now we're in July.
Yeah.
So this is pretty recent.
Yeah. I just remember
That's pretty good you made it that far though in your life without an experience. But to have it happen twice in a few months.
Yeah.
Tell the story.
Yeah. Actually, I want to tell another story that has nothing to do with one time I had to puke.
Uh-huh. This is similar. Yeah.
I was like, it was like a night of drinking, and then I was driving back like the day after or something, or probably the night of, knowing me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shit, I have to puke. Like my stomach. And I was like, nah, I can hold it in. Like, and I was like using like brute force, and I was like, oh no, this is gonna come out while I'm driving. So what I did was,
you were the one driving the car?
Yeah, I was alone at this point. I dropped off my friend at his house, and I was like going back to my house to fucking. But the thing is he lived very far away.
Wait, hold on. This was drinking? This is a night of drinking, and you're driving home.
Yeah, driving home.
So you were drunk.
Yeah.
Driving.
Yeah.
And you had to throw up.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put the words drunk and driving next to one another.
Yeah.
To set the tone.
I didn't get caught though.
But okay, let's hear the rest of it.
But yeah, so I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna puke. It actually happened where we're not gonna talk about locations.
Okay.
But now I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to fucking I'm still gonna drive. Like I can't just stop in the middle of the fucking highway. So thank God I had like a plastic bag, like an empty plastic bag from me, like probably eating Quick Check or something.
Mm-hmm.
I put the part of like the plastic bag under my chin, opened the bag completely.
Yeah.
And while watching the road, I was just like,
wow, Wow, that's impressive.
But like my eyes were like glued to the road.
It's like when you sneeze.
Yeah.
This is much more advanced, but like when I sneeze, I just like keep my eyes open.
Yeah, I can't. I even know that's possible. I'm pretty sure it's
crazy
like biologically.
is that like there was a time in my life where I had so much anxiety and stomach issues where I actually carried around a plastic bag with me just in case.
To puke?
Just in case. I never did, but like I felt like I came close many, many times, and I always had one in my pocket, and I would like pull it out and be like, "No, I'm good." Put it back. God. That's kind of psychotic.
That's just.
I had issues, but
no, not psychotic. You're just sad.
It was sad. Yeah, very sad.
Yeah,
but I was prepared. I was always prepared.
And what was the next time?
This was
the
second time.
The second time I took a shit. I think it was after we were hanging out.
Okay.
I think it was we might have. I want to say we were like playing board games or something. We were doing something together, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go home and take a shit." And then I was like, "Hopefully, this isn't like." And I was like, literally, like, "Hopefully, I don't shit myself again," because I was telling you guys about that story. I don't remember though. And then on my way there, I was like, "Oh, like I could definitely hold this one in."
This is again you driving.
Yeah, because the first time I was like 20 minutes away from my house, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna." Well, I was even 20 minutes. I was like fucking like 40 minutes away. This time I was like, I'm like 10 minutes away. I should be fine.
Yeah.
I shit you not. I'm like on my road. I shit you not.
Nice.
I'm on the road. Like I pull into my road to my house, and I shit my pants.
No. Wait, in your car?
Yeah, in my car.
Oh my God. Which car was this?
This was
the one you still have?
Yeah, the Infinity.
Oh, I'm never going in that car.
I cleaned it. Don't worry. Actually, I didn't get on the car. It was like all in my underwear because I was wearing thick. Shout out to Briefs.
Yeah.
For keeping in.
Thanks for sponsoring this podcast.
Yeah, thanks for. I wish, dude. But yeah, so I shit myself, and then on my way to the toilet, I was like, "Oh, I don't want it to drip."
Oh God.
And then I pulled my pants down in a last ditch effort, dude. I shit you not. There's little mountains of poop. You know how like diarrhea will literally be like one consistency, like oatmeal. Imagine things of oatmeal all over my toilet and on the floor of my bathroom.
I regret asking about this story. This is a lot less funny than the other one.
Yeah,
this one's just sad.
This one's upsetting.
This one's especially because you're alone.
Anyone who's listening to this in the morning, like just call it a diet day or something, man. But listen, so there was so much shit that I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like,
what do you do in this scenario?
Like, what do I use? Like, do I throw and it was like all over my clothes. It was on my jacket, on my pants. My underwear was gone.
Of course.
And I was like on my jacket and shit. And my shoes, I don't think I stepped on it. I think a little bit.
Did it go down your pants, like into your socks?
No. It like because I was pulling my pants down. I was like, no. And then it fucking, I don't know. I don't know what happened because I was freaking out so hard.
What did you eat that day?
Probably something. I think I had cereal.
Was it the Raisin Bran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like for the first time I had cereal. I was like, oh shit, you know what I don't do? I don't eat cereal.
My story involves Raisin Bran as well.
Yeah. Well, listen, so the first thing I do
I didn't shit myself though.
Yeah, there
I came close.
For like the first month afterwards, like the first time it happened to me, I was keeping clothes inside my car.
Yeah, like I told
just
you.
in case, like a spare case.
I told you I kept plastic bags on me just in case. Like I am very it absolutely affects my behavior. It affects the way like I don't want to go to certain things. Like I said, like I don't want to go on long car rides. But something that I thought was interesting that I connected after this experience was that I was listening to some guy who was quitting smoking, and he was like documenting what it was like, and he was saying like certain things like. He hated how, as a smoker, if he were to go on an airplane, that's like a torturous 2 hours.
Oh, that's true.
Like you can't smoke, and like a normal like a normal mundane airplane ride is like a torture chamber for these people who like can't get their release.
I actually used to smoke.
Yeah,
and I do remember like I went to like Cancun or something, and on my way to Cancun I was fine because like I had all the endorphins and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But on my way back, I was like, oh, dude, you're going to be fucking great at cigarette. And then I've been smoking a shit ton of cigarettes in Cancun because, like, for nickels and dimes, you get, like, 15 packs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just remember I was just waiting for, like, I'm like, I can't wait to have a cigarette. I can't wait to have a cigarette. And then Hayan picked me up, so I ended up still not being able to get a cigarette because he hates smoking.
Yeah, well, understandably, but yeah, there were things like plane rides, like going to see movies, just things that require like an hour or two out of your day, going like sitting in meetings. They're like those become unbearable. Like it's really like it's probably a very similar feeling where you just need that release,
dude.
And you can't get it.
The thing about smoking is it like seeing people smoke is my biggest trigger.
Yeah.
Like I'll be watching commercials, these commercials that like the anti-smoking commercials, like 50% of them make me go like, oh yeah, maybe I should stop smoking if I'm smoking.
Yeah.
If I'm not smoking, the other 50% is like, I'm like, oh dude, that looks fucking good. Like,
yeah,
they'll show some kid who like thinks he's cool. Like, and they'll show him smoking, and I'm like, dude, I don't even care if this kid thinks he's cool. That looks like he's like enjoying it.
Yeah. Well, this is like unverified, but you actually told me this. Yeah. But it was like smoking companies.
Yeah, that smoking companies, I'm pretty sure, are the ones who, because they legally have to fund the anti-smoking campaigns.
Yeah.
But the thing that I guess these campaigns, because people who are in anti-smoking campaigns are non-smokers, usually, probably. Because they're like, I'm better than you. Why can't you
except
like
the
me?
people with like the holes in their throat.
Yeah.
Those, I'm assuming.
But the thing is these same, those are great commercials. The holes in the throat where they don't show you
They don't show smoking.
Any smoking, and it's just people with holes, and I'm like, oh, fuck, that looks horrible.
Yeah.
But the like truth, I'm pretty sure, is like funded by cigarette companies, and these motherfuckers, like, how do you trigger someone to smoke? You just show someone smoking. You know?
Yeah, it's like a really weird backwards way of like, don't smoke, but we're showing people smoke, and we're putting the idea of smoking in your head. We're like, just smoke, and it's saying don't smoke, but you're hearing smoke, and you're like, damn, like I kind of want to smoke.
Yeah, thank God. You know what I'm glad about? I'm glad that I was more addicted to smoking cigarettes than smoking the Juul. Just cause like. Well, first of all, nobody knows what's wrong with the Juul.
I was going to say, I don't think I've heard anyone say that before.
What?
What you just said.
What I'm just saying?
I prefer to have been addicted to cigarettes rather than the Juul.
Because the thing is, like, the visually, and even like, well, especially visually, like when I'm smoking a cigarette, it's immediately, I'm like, I see smoke coming out of the thing that I'm holding. It's like, it's not like vaping, like vapor is way different than smoke. Smoke, it's sticky, like it's like the smell is intense.
Good, it tastes good for vapes.
Yeah, it smells good, tastes good. Cigarettes, I'm like, oh, this tastes unhealthy, but it's giving me a buzz.
You
also,
like the way it feels.
And the way it looks dangerous.
It looks dangerous. It honestly looks like
Yeah.
But
if I was addicted to vaping, like, dude, first of all, it's a flash drive. Like that,
it's a little USB.
How can a flash drive affect me?
Yeah.
And second, it tastes amazing, and it's vapor, so you don't think it. And then like the ingredients are like 3 things, but like you don't know the adverse effects of these chemicals and stuff, and they don't release them, and they don't, like, half the time, like a lot of drugs that people take, like sugar and like all these other things that people have every single day, they just don't show you those result, like the test results that show, oh, this shit's like poison, but it's cheap and it's delicious.
Yeah. I mean, like, I knew people who started vaping to get off of cigarettes, but I also know people who just started vaping and never had smoked cigarettes, and now they're vaping. And it's like, why did you do that? It was because it's like, it's something to do, if you're standing idly or you're just like walking around, you're like,
it's phenomenal.
And it makes that little like,
don't get me wrong, I love smoking.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite.
I mean, it's like, there are times where I'm like standing outside and I'm like doing nothing. I got like my hands on my hips. I'm like, oh, what a beautiful day. It would be nice to enjoy this by like smoking something. And I've never smoked. Like,
really? You have this feeling?
I've never smoked.
So weird.
But I'm just like, I don't know. It would just be kind of nice to just stand outside.
Dude, that's
like,
the thing.
And now I'm triggering you right now. I see your eyes are lighting up and I'm like, oh, geez. Whoops.
The sunlight gets me the most, man. Like, nothing like having a cigarette in warm weather.
I bet.
Because it's like you're warm, like the smoke's warm. Everything's just,
Yeah. I think that goes back to my feelings towards like nice things make me want to die. I was explaining that to you the other night where I'm like, wow, it's such like a beautiful night. Like, if I were to die tonight, I feel like that would be so beautiful.
Yeah, I don't agree.
You're
with
like,
you,
I don't agree. And I was like, really? Like, you don't feel that at all?
The thing is, things that make me want to die are very my death for me is not like I feel like when you say nice things make me want to die, I feel like you're saying I am enjoying this moment and I want to end on this moment.
Maybe. I have no idea.
I don't know what that's my assumption.
Yeah.
For me, it's this moment sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's wrap it up.
That sounds like kind of normal, and I think I might prefer that because it makes sense. Because I don't know. Like the other day, I had a nice conversation with my brother. Like we were just kind of like joking around, and then like I said goodnight, and I was walking upstairs, and I was just like, if that was my last conversation,
that'd be, oh my God.
It wouldn't, or it's just like, I guess the other thought that came into my mind was like, that was a nice memory, and like that won't matter after I die. Yeah. And I'm just like, why did this nice moment immediately jump to just like death? And I'm like, wow, that kind of like really like puts a sour undertone under all of my nice moments in life. Yeah. Should probably get that checked out.
So I'll stop thinking about it.
It's not even like I consciously think about it. It's just right there in the back of my mind. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, I'm not doing this to like, because it sounds nice or like feels cool or like, ooh, edgy. I'm like, it's just there. And I'm like, oh, that's so weird. And I try to like talk about it more to maybe make it stop. But it's not like I'm going to kill myself. And if I do, it's probably your fault for not stopping me. Because I've opened up to you and this is a cry for help, Matt.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
No, I'm fine.
Wrong person.
No, wrong guy. You're like, I'm gonna beat you to it because I'm really competitive.
Yeah, I'm like the weirdest competitive person.
You're telling me.
Yeah, I love to, cause like the one thing I know about most people aren't willing to like risk harming themselves over to win. And I'm like, oh, dude, I'll start from there and take it as far as I can. Like.
What was that thing you did with your fraternity?
Oh, yeah, from some kids from like some boys. Nelly Patelli, I just said his name, but you know,
shout out.
There's thousands of them, so it's fine. But me and him were like doing like a weight loss challenge, which always ends with me probably. Something happens where one of us has to drink, and then it fucking ruins the whole.
One of us has to drink.
Like we end up getting fucked up.
Oh, okay.
And what happens when you're drunk is it's like textbook definition, you make bad decisions. But yeah, so we ended up like not eating, like we were fasting.
Both of you?
Yeah, but like hardcore fasting. And then he was like, yeah, I'm at 24 hours. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'll do 24 hours. And he's like, I'm at 48 hours. I was like, all right, okay, I guess I'll do
48 hours no eating?
Yeah. We
were at like drinking? You were hopefully drinking water?
Oh, yeah, we're drinking water. He was drinking water and tea. I was literally just like, I'm going to be honest with you, I was just taking a shit ton of Adderall.
That's a healthy diet.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, as long as like I'm on, it's like, hey, take methamphetamines, you're really skinny. The reason is it curbs your hunger. So I was just like, I'm going to curb my hunger as much as possible. And then the Adderall will keep me positive.
What was the point of this? It just happened to happen one day.
Like we just want to lose weight.
We're just I just want to lose weight. All right, and then you starve yourself and just only take Adderall.
Our friend Abba, shout out to Abba, he actually got really he started fasting a lot, and then he got like fucking abs.
Wow,
that hairy motherfucker.
Wait, so how long did you end up fasting for?
I don't remember. I think it was like we ended at like 48 hours and like maybe like 60 hours and change. And then we're just like, yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. And I was like, yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Was this just like in the middle of like a school year?
Yeah. This is what we do.
So you got like a lot of shit going on and you're like...
Because what we do is like...
How can I make this worse for myself?
Yeah, we'll check ourselves out and be like, dude, I could be getting laid more. And I should be starving myself.
That'll get the ladies.
Yeah. I mean, it worked.
Did it?
It worked.
Yeah.
Dude, chicks like people that are in shape. Give me 1 second. I gotta put that fucking charger in real quick.
Gotcha. So I guess I'm gonna keep this conversation going. Oh man. No, he's back. All right, thank God. God, I can't do this on my own. I need you, Matt.
I'm thinking about doing a solo podcast.
No, you carry me.
No. I'm not. Yeah, we'll still do this.
Oh, you could do a solo podcast, yeah.
I want to do a solo one, but I don't know what I would talk about for like fucking 40 minutes. I think I would do like, I could do an hour of just fucking rambling.
You should write an entire hour-long sort of like radio play that you act out all the characters in. I would really like that.
I'm Joey Wheeler.
Yeah. Oh, you could do it. You got all the voices and everything.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. No,
I had some topics written down for today, and one of my topics was karma.
Oh yeah,
because you said you believe in karma pretty heavily, and I actually also believe in karma in maybe a different way, but we'll find out.
I have heavy superstition, like superstitious beliefs.
Like, what are some of those?
Like, the dumbest one I have is I clip my toenails and my nails, and when I was really young, my dad said that if you leave your nails lying around, someone's gonna have a fight in our family. Like, it ends up in a argument.
Yeah.
So, and I fucking sketchy house. That sketchy household, like the relationships wasn't so dope.
He says it in kind of like a weird, like genie kind of way, like a little prophecy. Like, if you leave
to
the fingernails,
this day, he still says.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not like. Because he makes it seem like it's your fault.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it kind of is, but it makes it seem like it's in the universe. Like, if you do this, bad luck will come upon you, and it's more of like he sees the toenails and he gets angry with you. Like, that's what it really was. It's like, Matt, stop doing this shit. But instead, it's like, I'm gonna put a curse on you.
Yeah.
If you leave these fingernails.
I mean, it worked because I still to this day I flush my fucking nails down the toilet every time.
Every time. I mean, like I was saying, there are some like old myths and legends that are basically just designed to get kids not to do things or like to do things like take out the trash.
Yeah, take out
the trash. Or eat all your food. Or you'll be murdered by a man under your bed.
Dude, my cousin made one up. He was like, I was like, why do I have bad breath in the morning? And he's like, you know what happens? A fairy comes and shits in your mouth every night.
Wow.
And he's like, don't sleep with your mouth open because a fairy shits in your mouth.
Like that, as a kid, you hear that.
And I'm like, that makes total sense.
As much as you like deny it when you get older, you're like, that was bullshit. There's still a part of you that feels it, you know?
That believes in it.
It doesn't really believe like someone shits in your mouth, but you still have that feeling and you're like, I shouldn't sleep with my mouth open.
Did you believe in the jerking off makes you blind?
No, of course not.
I believed in that. I thought that if you do it a lot,
I've never heard.
You know
that,
what it is? Have you ever watched The Love Guru with the guy from fucking
Zach Galifianakis?
No, it's not Zach Galifianakis. It's the Freddie. No. Mike Myers.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like thinking of like one of the serial killers, but his name is like the serial killer.
Mike Myers.
Yeah. He there was like this Indian guru, and he's like, you have to become like celibate or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And
that's where you gain your superpowers.
Yeah. What's the thing?
It's no fap.
If you stay a virgin, you get to
past
shoot
40, you get your wizard powers.
You shoot lightning through your fingers.
Yeah. But like, I did the no fap challenge. It was over 90 days, no jerking off. That's an entirely different story, but
yeah, that's a different story.
It started out as an accident where I went like 2 weeks on accident, first like 2 weeks of school, and so did our friend Zach, and we were talking about it, and we're like, do you want to just like go for like 90 days? And then we did.
And we'll talk about that another day.
That's another story.
But
we were talking about karma.
Karma.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the guy in the movie, he was like, Mike Myers was like, can I jerk off? And he's like, not unless you want to go blind. And then like his eyes were like crossed. Or like
because he jerks off a lot.
Yeah.
That was
I tried. I held off, and then I looked it up on the internet, and then I was like, this is.
Oh, you held off on that?
Same thing. And then
you're wearing glasses.
What does that even mean?
And I'm not.
Is it because you jerk off more?
You jerk off more.
I jerk off.
Because you're going blind. Clearly, you got me beat there because you're very competitive.
I actually had perfect vision until I flicked a nose gear. Remember like the nose gear for your like swimming?
Yeah.
I flicked it in my eye, scratched my eye, fucked both my eye.
Really?
My vision. Yeah.
That's weird. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I wasn't supposed to have glasses.
You look good in them though, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, my big ass nose.
I like glasses.
Yeah, they make people look smarter.
Mm-hmm. That's what I feel like I'm lacking. Intelligence.
No, we all are, dude. Who knows? Everyone, dude. I don't know.
But do you believe in karma outside of like
Oh, absolutely.
Just your fingernails going down the toilet.
There's one that I personally made up for myself, and I feel like I think masturbation leads to bad luck.
Oh yeah, you've told me that.
But I know like it's a superstitious belief.
Yeah.
But there is a direct correlation with how my day goes after I masturbate, just because I'm less motivated to do things.
That's why you got to end your day on it, Matt.
Yeah. The thing is when I end my day on it, I feel guilty in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even have a memory of it the next morning.
I'm being serious. I think sex is the only way where I have like a clear conscience of like release.
That's funny. When I first started having sex, I would feel very guilty.
After having sex?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It felt very guilty. And it wasn't even like a religious kind of guilt that I know some people have. It was more of just like like I felt like that was for me, even though it wasn't at all. But it was just like
it was a selfish want and the other person
didn't. Yeah, but like they did.
That's interesting.
And I just felt like still bad about it. Just as like a guy. Maybe it's just I just hate myself. But it was more of just like I don't know. Because at least when it's just myself, I can like kind of cope with like how I feel after. Where it was like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I think we talked about this before, where every time like, I always feel like the girls like don't actually like me.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked about this with Hyan. I was like, I always feel like girls like are like, they're just hooking up with me because like, it's something to do.
Well, you were saying some girls were lying about hooking up with you.
Oh, that's true. Holy shit.
So
yeah, back in college, fucking girls would lie about.
Mind a bit.
Dude, it was because this girl was like,
no offense to you.
Okay, I didn't even take it that way. But
I'm just making sure you don't.
Yeah. No, this girl lied about hooking up with me and my friend, and I was like, dude, I remember because the girl was a certain ethnicity, and I've only hooked up with like a handful of those kind of ethnicities. I'm not going to bring it out because I see no color. But I was
Some
like,
say that's just as bad.
I don't care. You know what, dude? Fuck it. I'm a racist. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like, the girl was lying because I was like, first of all, I know everyone who I've hooked up with. Half of them don't even go to this school, and it was a small number. And the ones that I did hook up with, for sure, didn't hook up with like my friend because of like relationships between their friends and some bullshit.
So she lied.
Yeah, she lied.
Do you think she got her cosmic comeuppance?
I mean,
her karma.
I mean, if anything, something good happened because it got me excited. I was like, oh shit, people are lying about being with me now. This is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
good for you.
I mean,
how do you cope with that now? How do you keep your ego in check after that?
Dude, my ego it's a roller coaster, dude.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster of just ups and downs. One day I'm like, dude, I'm the shit. Everybody should listen to me. The next day I'm like, they all hate me. Like they definitely all hate me because I'm an idiot. Honestly, dude, the best way to keep your ego in check is to just look at your parents. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no matter what kind of warped idea I have of myself, I'm generally either gonna be in the same lane as my parents, like generally better just because of me having more knowledge than they had at my age. But that's generally like think of it like, I think I'm a very sociable person. My mom is like the middle of like is the center of attention at all the dinner parties with her friends.
Yeah.
Am I a smart guy? My dad went to like, NYU, blah, blah, blah. He's a professor. He's fucking, now people definitely know who I am. But,
wow, you'd really have to dig.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then I'm like, I think of all these things and I'm like, no matter what, my family genetically has an affinity for these type of characteristics, like being sociable, or at least being smart in some sense mathematically.
Yeah, would you say narcissistic in any way?
From both. Yeah.
Yeah, from both sides or just one?
Both sides. I think my mom is narcissistic in a sense that she never admits to. Is it narcissism to not think it's your fault ever if you made a mistake?
Sounds right. I mean, I think you would know better than I would.
Like my mom would say these things that I was like, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to bring my fucking family gossip into this shit.
Gotcha.
But my dad is narcissistic in a sense that he thinks he's always right.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely narcissism. My brother, if you look at my brother, it's fucking insane, dude. This guy thinks, and it's gonna happen for him. He's got that, he's like, dude, I'm gonna rule the world one day. And I'm like, dude, you might even, like, with that attitude.
Wow, yeah. Because, I mean, just, like, bringing up the fact, like, you have little details about yourself that you're just saying, and then you're worrying people are gonna come and maybe, like, stalk you or find you.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't do that unless I tell them that they won't do that. And I'm giving them an incentive right now to prove me wrong and find this man and do something with him. And you're not going to edit this out.
I am not.
We're keeping it. But like maybe I'll get my karma comeuppance as well. And I wanted to say something about karma, which is like I don't necessarily believe that there is a God that gives you the karma. But what I think is it's like just kind of very like person to person based. And obviously it doesn't work 100%. Like if I'm a good person my whole life, I could easily just kind of die of cancer or something, or someone can hit me with like their truck. Like it doesn't work like that in my opinion. But generally, like I do see like the nicer you are to people, the nicer people are to you.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much like you can observe that, you can see that happen. It doesn't mean you'll have good things only to happen to you in your life. But I just believe like being nicer to people will get people to be nicer to you.
It only makes sense, right? Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Like, what do you think you mean? Well, yeah, in certain cases, like being aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But like just being a dick, most of the times it's not going to work out for you.
You're going to get people who are dicks to you, or I think in some way your life is going to be worse off for you being a dick. And that's like the only kind of religion or like spiritual karma thing that I can believe in, because I definitely can see that in people, and you can just watch that happen in life right in front of you.
I mean, I generally just do good things because I'm such a sad person.
You're such a good person.
No, not good.
I see you do some bad things, Matt.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm saying,
you just said you don't.
No. No, I say when I do good things,
okay. Yeah.
It's for the purpose of like, I need this to make me feel better about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I'm not a selfless person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's not true. It's not that I'm not selfless. I'll do anything for my friends.
I was going to say, you do a lot of things to just make people feel happy and feel comfortable.
Yeah. But
like, you tell me like when you get into a new social situation, you look for the quiet person and you try and make them feel comfortable.
Yeah, quiet people. I love quiet people because their eyes lights up when I talk to them, because they're like, because I'm kind of like the, loud and obnoxious guy that's going to control or like, steer the conversation unless Hyan's there, because he just fucking triple overdoes it. No, I'm just kidding.
He's going to fact check you on that one.
Yeah.
Actually, as a more like quiet introverted person, I like that type of person, and I feel more comfortable because there's less pressure for me to be that person. Mm-hmm. And like I've been in situations where I've had to be that person and I kind of just really don't like it at all. So like always having someone that brings the energy and makes everyone feel comfortable, I'm like, oh, thank God you're here, because like I need someone who will do that. And I know like if I try really hard, maybe I could be that person, but like it takes so much effort. I just am so much happier when there's someone like you around.
Yeah. Because like the quiet people, I'm like, oh, you guys don't have egos. Like,
or do we?
Yeah. Or do you? You're just you're quiet because you're like, these guys can't even understand my point of view. No, but I just like,
you can't even fathom what's going on inside my brain right now, Matt Brown.
Like growing up in high school, like growing up, like, during middle school, high school, I just remember the quiet kids would laugh at my jokes more. And I was like, yeah, you guys fucking rule. I was like, yeah, you guys are the best. Cause like my jokes would be like obnoxious. Mm-hmm. And the thing about social hierarchies, dude, is like, if someone like between me and Hyan, like if I'm trying to be funny, he'll shoot me down. Mm-hmm. And I never shoot him down just cause I'm like, I enjoy laughter. I want everyone to laugh.
Yeah, I like laughing.
Yeah. And you shoot me down when I'm trying to be funny. Dude, that's not even like...
Keep it up, though. You got to keep the dynamic going. Yeah. If you change things, I don't know where I'll fit in. Yeah. So just like keep things the way they are in the friend group. I'd appreciate that very much. But I agree. I like listening and I like giving people the reaction.
Mhm.
Like I like laughing at people's stuff, and I usually when they're talking to me, I always try and listen, and I love when people do that. Like when I met my
Dude.
girlfriend, dude, she would like we were in like a little group, and she would every time I said something, she would like look at me and like smile and like laugh, and I was like, I fucking love you.
I
Like,
remember you talk, dude.
oh,
That
God.
was when you met your girlfriend. You're like, this girl laughed at all my fucking jokes. She kept smiling, made eye contact. This is perfect.
Anytime we were in a big group, whenever something funny would happen, we would always look to each other, and that's
Yeah.
something that I would do with like my best friends in high school. But
Yeah.
like we just did it, and I was like, that's so cool. Like I love that. Yeah.
Dude, those kind of people are the best. Those people who laugh quietly in the back, we see you the most. You know?
There's just like one kid just like,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, fucking love this guy.
Yeah. I guess it kind of works out.
Mm-hmm.
We need each other.
Dude, oh shit. We're at like 52 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
This has been a great conversation.
That was a great conversation. I forgot to, oh my God, we got to do my segment.
What's your segment?
The manipulation tactics. You know what, Nick? How about this? You come up with a manipulation tactic.
I come up with the manipulation tactic.
Question. Come up with the question, yeah.
What am I getting someone to do? What's the topic? Like,
I mean, it could be anything, like manipulation of a coworker. I just
So wait, I'm asking a question. Like, how
Yeah.
would you manipulate someone? Is that what I'm doing?
actually, you're pretty good at it, so I don't even know.
Oh,
You know what? I'll ask you a question.
okay.
How about this? Let's say you go to a gathering that
Mhm.
involves a lot of people that you used to go to school with, and I'm talking about college,
Okay.
and you're trying to avoid talking about, that bullshit conversations that you have, like
Yeah.
oh, what are you doing? Oh my God, that's so impressive. Like,
yeah.
where it's basically like a flex off. How do you avoid that immediately?
I don't know if that would be like manipulating someone, but I would probably just. I mean, the best thing you can do. So we haven't seen each other in a while, right?
Mhm.
This has been a long time.
Can I change what I said?
Sure. Yeah.
How do I make that person feel like I'm happy?
So you make them feel like you're happy.
Yeah.
I would probably say don't. So I'm assuming that you are starting the conversation with the person. Is that right? Or
It's just like, let's just
because
say
I think you would just ignore them. Like that would probably be the move.
I can't ignore.
So if
people.
someone came up to you and like, "How are you doing?" You're like, you start talking about how you're doing really well. Just start talking about what you're doing, and are you happy or is this a lie? Like, I need to know the situation.
Am I happy? I am. No, I'm happy, but I'm insecure that they think that I'm not.
This is great because I'm just realizing that you're going to a party tomorrow with your college friends. So now I'm
Yeah.
actually just giving advice.
Yeah,
I would talk
straight up.
about your podcast, say you're really happy with it.
I don't like talking about my, like, I don't want to be like,
I don't
yeah,
either.
my
I don't like
podcast is
talking
great.
about what I'm doing because it always feels
Yeah.
weird.
I don't want to
'cause-
be like, I'm doing nothing though. Like,
yeah, exactly. Again, I don't think this is
I'm gonna tell
like
them all. I'm telling
manipulation.
them
This is
all.
more of just like,
This is more than just
dude, this
regular.
is social
By the way,
skills, and I'm the worst person
for
to ask
everybody
for social
at the
skills.
party that I'm gonna go to, that I'm gonna meet at. Like, understand that I wish all of you success. So just wish that for me. Stop. Because you know what it is, dude, is they're like, I know what's going on. Everyone's
Okay.
like, oh, how are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, it's successful, blah, 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 blah. And low key, they're all comparing themselves to each other.
Mhm.
And I don't care if you fucking say you're not doing that. Listen, guys, you guys are all doing it. And it's fucking annoying.
Yeah. This was hard, Matt. This was a hard question
Yeah.
because you set me up saying that I'm good at it. And then it actually ended up being like a social skills question. I'm like, oh God,
Yeah.
I'm not the
You want
right
to know what
person
I
to
do?
ask.
You know what I try
I
to do?
usually just listen. I don't even, they ask me a question and I give like a answer of like I answer too much
Vaguely?
in detail. No, I answer too much in detail where they're like looking at me like, why are you telling me this? And I'm like, I think I went too far. Like they're like, oh, where do you work? And then I'll name the place.
Talk about the commute, talk about like,
Yeah, I'll
what's
talk about
the
everything.
food and
And I'm like, oh yeah, like now I'm working like 30 hours. I wasn't working Fridays, and I was just doing like a 9 to 5 Monday through Thursday. But now I'm actually like doing 10 to 4 because I can miss the rush hours on both ends. And they're just like, I regret speaking to you.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's fine.
See, man, my guys, the thing is like, I feel like the general consensus of most of my friends that are from like college are like, I have no idea what I'm doing in my life. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand. I've considered everything. Like,
have they told you that?
Yeah, I've had some of them tell me. Some of them tell me like, dude,
well,
do you know
nice
what you're fucking doing in your life? And I'm like, hey man, you guys are so confident. Like, I don't want to tell them what I'm thinking just because I'm like, I don't like you guys look like you know what you're doing. I don't want to say anything to make you second guess yourself.
Well,
like I constantly do.
I don't think they're the type of either they're not the type of people to second guess themselves in the first place, and I don't think you'll like be impactful enough to make them second guess themselves. Like,
yeah, I guess
if they are the type of people who are like, they can't even see what you're trying to do with your life. Like, you're clearly trying to do things with your life. I know you're trying to do things.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make yourself happy most of all. And if they can't even see that, they're probably not the type of people where like you will affect them. Like what you say to them will not affect them because they're doing their own thing. And like people want to be sure about their life, right?
Yeah, dude. Everyone is like,
the thing is they won't second guess themselves if they want to be sure, if they've made decisions, like they are going to law school, like it's going to be really hard to convince them that that was the wrong decision because no one wants to think that they made the wrong decision. And like the same's going to happen with you. Like if they're telling you you made the wrong decision, you're going to probably in the moment get defensive and be like, no, like I want to be happy and I'm doing this. Yeah. And I always have this option. Like I'm taking a year off and I'm giving myself that time. Yeah. And it's like, you've already thought about all this and they've probably already thought about theirs.
And the thing is though, is I'm also, but when I do talk about it, I'm like, hey man, I'm not really sure, but I would like, it's just that everyone talks about being successful and making a lot of money and like doing all these things. And to be honest, I would be happy I wish my friends didn't judge me by how much money I made. Just cause like, I honestly, I like that thought of me pursuing my dreams is like, entertainment, blah, blah, blah. The thought of me being broke for the next 10 years, it's fun for me.
Yeah.
But everybody I know is so like, well, I don't know what the word is. They're very stable. Like
they at least appear very stable. Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to do like, I can't, but it's so hard.
It's not everyone,
And the only stories I hear is like embarrassing ones of like people fucking failing. People aren't able to, people failing. It's like, dude, you think about people trying to be actors and everyone's homeless in fucking California.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at it as like, what would be worse of you failing, but you had tried, or you've never trying at all and never knowing? Because I was thinking about this today, like the want of your dream will never go away.
Yeah.
If I think about something of like, I've always wanted to make music, and I've had this want for a very long time, like middle school. I've always been like, oh, I kind of want to like make music because I was into it at the time, and like even today, I've still never made music. I do other stuff. Like I've been pursuing other stuff and I just haven't put the time in, but like, I don't think that's ever going to go away. That like want to do something.
And honestly, the way my life's set up, I can fail.
And you have a safety net to fail.
Yeah.
So why not?
And I want to go all in. It's not even that my parents, dude, like you want me to go, hey, mom and dad, I want to be like Tom Cruise.
Scientology.
Yeah. It's so, like, if I was in California, it would have been way easier because they're like, I see this is happening all around me. New Jersey, dude.
Well, you have New York.
All of my friends are fucking either business majors or med school students.
Not all your friends.
No, my friends.
Not all your friends. But this is, I mean, it's hard with your family. That's an entirely different topic and an entirely different kind of beast to handle. But like those friends who genuinely don't care about your happiness or what you want to do, and they're focused on their own thing. Like I'm very of the mindset of like, if people aren't good for you and they're not good for your life, like it's okay to lose them. There's a ton of people out there, and as much as it sucks to like cut people out of your life, it's like
I want them to be happy for me.
Yeah, I mean,
and I want them to support me. I don't want them like because they talk. I know people talk shit, and I don't know why. Like, there's some things that when it comes to like talking shit, like if I hear someone talk shit about me in a sense of like, oh, he's obnoxious or blah blah blah, blah, I'm like, I don't like fucking care. That's who I am. But when it comes to like me, sometimes I feel stupid around them. You know, I have so many friends that are like smart, like on paper, they're like fucking geniuses, but they're like, they do very well at schoolwork and all that stuff. And then I feel dumb around them because like when they're talking about their future, they're talking about, this is how I'm gonna get ahead in the world. This is how I'm gonna make money. These are my plans. I'm investing in this. I'm investing in that. And I'm like, dude, I just want to make shit. Like I want to make funny shit posted on the internet. You know, I want to talk. I would love to make 40 grand a year being a radio host for something. But, and then I have to go out and I go out with these people. And I have so much, the thing is, I like these people a lot.
Yeah.
I love them. They're great. They have a fun time. We go out, we make fucking dark jokes, some fucked up jokes, and it's funny. And I have a great time. And I respect them a lot, but, you know, they make me feel bad too. They make me feel bad all the fucking time.
Well, from what you've said, like you clearly know what you want.
Yeah.
Like you've said it. You have very clear goals too. So like, honestly, that's more than a lot of people. So that's something that you should feel good about because a lot of people still don't know what they want to do.
Dude, I just have fears. That's the thing that fucking...
Yeah. But I mean, that's very normal. And like one of the topics that I had written down here was like the ups and downs of writing. And I'll just like touch on it really quick. But like there are days where what I'm writing, I'm like, I feel good about this. And like, this is going really well. And then there are equally as many days where I'm like, this is horrible. I hate this. I should just quit. Oh this is horrible. And like, I know like it's very cliche to hear that, but it's extremely real. Like I write every single day. And yesterday I was like, I could barely even do it. And I was like, this is horrible. Like I should just give up on this. This is stupid. Even if I do finish this, like nothing's going to come of it. So what's the point? And then today I started the day thinking that, and I told you I woke up at 6:30. From 7 to 10 o'clock, I sat there and I like had to distract myself because I couldn't even get myself to write anything. And I watched a bunch of videos, tried to like inspire myself. And then around 3 o'clock, I was finally able to write something. I wrote like 10 pages and I'm like, that's crazy. And it's such an emotional roller coaster. And it's like, I felt great after too. And I'm like, why do I feel these huge ups and downs? But it kind of makes everything worth it.
That's the thing about taking a path, like the
path less traveled.
Yeah, the path less traveled is you feel a lot more.
Yeah, and it feels kind of lonely too.
And you're in less of a trance.
Because I like the reason why I wanted to podcast today is because I really wanted to like get out of myself because I was just so like stuck, and I was just like, I need to speak to someone.
You know, and like the best way to describe this is like, there are days where I'm like, I have these dreams, like you know how like when you're like, oh my god, I think I can do it. I can do it. Like I'm capable of doing this, like hard tasks. Like I'm talented enough.
Yeah.
And there are days where I'm like, I feel like I'm the kid who's 5'5" and wants to be a basketball star.
It'll never happen.
And this is my dreams that we're talking about. So like my heart just. And the worst thing is, it's luck and preparation. There's some bullshit that Will Smith said, but like, dude, it's rough.
So you recently had a sort of, what would you call it? Like a year or two ago, was it like a breakdown or some sort of epiphany?
Just, existential. Not even existential, more so like purpose, identity crisis.
Right. Was the cause of that, or can you link some sort of cause to that of your willingness to follow your dreams and make that call?
It was a few breakups. I'm in the middle of class. I remember it was me studying for, I don't know what class it was. It was me studying really hard and stressing I felt this unbearable like anxiety for this class, and I was like, why do I feel so much pain for something I don't even like?
Yeah, so you had this like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And you knew you wanted to do something else.
Yeah, and I was like, this isn't Oh my God. Hold on. Give me a second. Mike is calling me.
Michael, this is a very intimate conversation right now.
Well, I mean, it's 9 o'clock now.
If you listen to this, Michael.
Big Mike, I'm going to say, sorry, can't talk right now. But yeah.
But like, so you've been having these emotions since then, and you've been coping with these feelings, and you've been facing them head on. And how has your, I guess, psyche been handling that? How have you emotionally been handling this, like, confronting your dreams and wanting to follow them?
Well, let me take you through what happened. First thing that happened was kind of like a feeling of relief. Because I was like, whether or not I do bad or good in like school doesn't really fucking, it's not going to affect my dreams in a sense. And then I had a feeling of being left, like held back, because I was like, I wish I started sooner.
Yeah.
And then I had a feeling of, had doubt. I was like, can I even do this? There's a reason why people don't follow their dreams, because it doesn't fucking work out. And then I was like, oh, fuck, I need a backup plan. Become a lawyer. Oh, fuck. Like, I got to finish my degree. Oh, fuck. And then now there's this calm. To be honest, what helped me a lot was I had this conversation with my girlfriend, because she was like, I've seen how you study for like, how you prepare for like school. And it looks, like even like watching you panic, it looks horrible. It looks like torture. And she's like, dude, just fuck it. Take a year. Follow your fucking dreams. Fuck it. Take 2 years. Take 3 years. It's like, no matter what, like, and I'm like the kind of guy who like has the future planned out. My girlfriend's like, dude, listen, if we fucking, go the 9 miles, like I'll be there for you. I'll support you. We can support each other. Because I always have this feeling like if I fail, like my kids aren't going to have enough food to eat. But thank God we live in a fucking, society now that where chicks are making more money than we are. It's phenomenal, dude. I love it, dude. I fucking, to me, that's,
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Dude, less pressure to fall. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Make way more money than me.
Yeah.
Provide for our children. I'll fucking cook and
I'll do my share.
I'll do everything, dude.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll do all the home shit. But, yeah, dude, I was just, my girlfriend kind of had this conversation with me. She's like, yeah, dude, don't, like, YOLO, dude. You only live once.
YOLO.
No, but she's like, yo, follow your dreams. You're going to regret this for the rest of your life. As cliche as it is, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life.
But how has following your dreams made you feel so far?
Oh, dude, they are. When we make
compared
videos,
to before.
Now?
Compared to before you confronted wanting to follow your dreams to how you feel now, how has that changed?
It's much more warm.
Much more what?
I'm much more, let's just say I feel good about the future, but I'm way more self-conscious of like failing.
Yeah. Are you like more turbulent or like in the way you're feeling, like a lot more ups and downs compared to how you used to feel?
A lot more ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same for you?
Yeah. And like, I think the majority of my anxiety and angst comes from wanting to do things. Like follow dreams. Like
I honestly think.
And sometimes I genuinely think like I would be so much happier if I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like I would be so much happier. Yeah. So, but there are thoughts that like you don't want to have like that, where it's like, I kind of can't. Like I said, it doesn't really go away as much as you think. Like you can kind of ignore it. It doesn't really go away. And sometimes I just like wish that I never felt that way.
Yeah.
Because but I would be an entirely different person probably.
How about this? Do you ever wish someone, I always have fantasies of like imagine like Joe Rogan came up to me and he's like, dude, you should do this. If one person like that said that to me, I would blindly
go for it.
And like, all you need is like one person in your life to be like, no, you can make it. And I would blindly fucking do it. The thing is, I don't have that person. And it's fucking, because like usually some people like your parents will be like, yeah, go.
Hey, Matt. Matt, listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me very carefully.
Now,
Matt,
what's up?
I'm serious. Go for it.
Go for it.
Follow your dreams.
Follow my dreams. God damn.
I don't want to do it alone.
I don't want to do it.
No, that like a lot of my friends are people that are very driven people who have big dreams, big hopes, and
yeah,
it's hard, but support each other. And like
my
odds are none of us make it. That's what's so fun.
Oh, dude, don't
we're all in
say
this
that.
together, dude. No, I mean, what's like the worst that could happen? We end up working jobs, and we'll probably like again. I don't think you're gonna end up living your life feeling regret about trying. And you're gonna make yourself feel happy about what you decided.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna trick your brain into being like, no, I did the right thing. I'm happy. Like if it fails, you're gonna figure out something else where you're like, I'm gonna have kids and I'm gonna love my family so much.
The thing is, dude, I think I could find a way to be successful. Dude, if just, you know what it is? I think we should just literally, all of us should just live in like an apartment and just dedicate every day to like content creation and like, dude, because when I made your video, I was happy for like a week. I was like, I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels great.
It feels phenomenal.
And we could do more of it. It's just like those summers where I told you, just like very depressing summers. Those were days that I wasn't working. And I would sit there and I would be like, I have to do something. I have to work on something, but I'm alone and no one else will help me with this. And it takes too much effort. And I should just write something, but I can't get anything out of it. And I just have this like constant like anxiety of like, I need to get out of the house. No, I need to stay here and do work. No, I need to go. And I'm just like, I am not doing anything. And it just leads to breakdowns constantly.
But think about it. How are you doing now? Way better, right?
Way better. Well, yeah, right now I have a job. And honestly, having a job is like, I can just go and kind of do these tasks that aren't for me. And it kind of takes my mind off of it. That's when I ended up being able to write today. It was after I'd worked on my stuff at home for work. Yeah. I was like, all right, nothing happened. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to clock in from like 10 to whatever. And then I got some free time and I was like, all right, let me just do it real quick and not think about it. Like I have to rush into it so I don't think too much. And then that's when it worked out because I took that brain time away from creative stuff and just did very like technical editing a video for work.
Dude, let me tell you something. This podcast, one of the greatest things I fucking started in my life.
Let's jinx it right now. Say some crazy shit. No, let's just end it on a good note.
Yeah, no. No, I'm being serious.
I mean, yeah.
This podcast, dude, I fucking, every week I feel like I accomplish something.
That's great.
It's great.
Yeah, I really appreciate the podcast too, especially because we did about like 25 episodes before we posted the first one. And those were like, honestly, therapy for me. It was like so phenomenal therapeutic. I felt so much better when we did those because I was just like, ideas were just like in my head and just wanting to say things. And then
dude.
I got them out. It was great because no one was listening. And now there's more pressure now that we are actually posting them. But at the same time, I feel much more comfortable because we had those.
Yeah, every time I do this podcast, it's a little less pressure off my back.
That's awesome.
Now I feel way more comfortable.
And you're not doing this one Sunday night.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's amazing.
This is a Friday podcast.
Well, posted Sunday.
Yeah. Well, we should end it. What should we call the podcast?
Shits and Dreams.
Shits and Dreams.
That's what we talked about. Hyon's really good at naming, so we might consult him.
No, we can't. It has to be from you.
It has to be from me. Well, Shits and Dreams. But
Shits and Dreams.
If you want to change it, it's your podcast.
Let's do Emergency Bathroom Dreams. I don't even know.
Gold Bond. Don't put it on your balls, like Matt told me to.
Facetious. Feces.
At the start of this podcast, Matt handed me a bottle of Gold Bond and said, I want you to try something. And, you know, I'm not the most adventurous guy, but I'm willing. And I took the bottle and he said, put it on your balls. And I said, okay, where? And I politely excused myself to the bathroom. And I'm like, all right, it's on. I don't really know why I did that, but it is there. And then I'm walking out and I'm like, it feels like it's burning or it's really cold at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Matt? And he's like, what did you say?
I was like, menthol.
That's all he said to me. He's like, menthol. And I'm like, am I going to be okay?
Yeah, you are, dude. How does it feel now? Do you feel good?
No, I was like irritated. That wasn't good at all. I didn't have a good time on that. I did this podcast heightened.
It's good. Pain is good.
I had an altered body part.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So we're naming the podcast
Gold Bond.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I have to say, the last time I listened to the first podcast with you and Mike, the part where you guys thought about naming it for so long, I was like, oh, this is going on for way too long. And I could just see the name already. Like, I already see the title of the podcast.
Okay.
So, like, listening to that part was just like, I already know what they ended up with, you know?
Poop dreams.
That's fine.
All right.
It's like wet dreams, but like...
Oh, we could do dirty dreams. I know.
What's that J. Cole song?
Toilet dreams. There we go. We're done.
Go for it.
Toilet dreams. All right.
Pipe dreams.
That
makes the most sense.
Pipe dreams, yeah.
You know what pipe dreams are?
Nope.
It's like, it's a pipe dream. Like, you're just going to go down the pipe and it's not meant to be.
I like that. Oh, we'll do that.
From one of my favorite movies, Rushmore, there was a quote.
Rush Hour 3.
Where Rush Hour 3, Rushmore, the lead character, Max, wants to be a playwright.
Mm-hmm.
And later on in the film, he like gives up all of his dreams and hopes of being that. And then someone's like, what happened to that? Like, I thought you were going to be a playwright. Or he's like, those are just pipe dreams. I'm a barber's boy. And he like goes to work at his dad's barbershop.
No.
And it's great. Yeah, pipe dream, an unattainable or fanciful hope or scheme.
There you go. And it has to do with pipes and shitting.
That was great. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we did the back and forth throwing around the ideas.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hope listening, it wasn't awful to listen to.
Yeah. Just give me a break, man.
Yeah, fuck off.
This is like the fourth one, dude.
Even though I'm the one who like gave the criticism of it, fuck me.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you, Dan. Dan, you know who you are. Dan, fuck you the most.
I want to give a special shout out to Hyan.
Special shout out to Hyan.
I love Hyan.
I love him too.
And I know he wants to...
Yeah, he's going to come back on here. Don't worry.
He wants to fix all of the wrong things you've said about him.
I said about him?
We'll hear about it next time. That's a plug, baby. And even more toilet puns.
I'm already mad.
Listen to it next week on the Lost in Translation podcast. Hyan fixing all of the stories.
Yeah, he's going to fix
that
all the
Matt
stories.
wrongly accused him of.
By the way, has the worst memory ever and also makes up shit sometimes.
Dude, he's got a list.
I'm glad he has a list.
We listened to your podcast and he was writing lists down in the car. I was driving. I looked over and he's like typing up his list of the things he wants to correct for the record.
This motherfucker. All right.
Check it out next week.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody who listened. Shout out to Carter. Carter fucking emailed me. He just to talk to me because I was lonely. Shout out to Carter. Shout out to all my boys in my fraternity. Shout out to all the women in the house.
You.
Shout out to my girlfriend. Shout out to Nick's girlfriend. Did she listen to this podcast?
No.
Okay.
I didn't tell her about it.
Yeah. Shout out to Zach. He's going to be on one of the podcasts soon, hopefully.
Yep.
And also shout out to Zach's sister's band. What is it called?
Why did you ask me? I don't know.
But yeah, she's going to shout out my podcast. So shout out to you.
Put me on the spot.
All right. Peace out, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.